Pinas Outsider, welcome back to our channel. And for today's video, makikimarites na naman tayo sa mga latest issue at news ngayon. Pero bago yan, huwag kalimutan mag-like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Let's go!
Ang pera ng taong bayan, Madam Chair. So as to my question, since the Vice President also served as DepEd Secretary, in fact wala po siyang separate basic salary nung siya ay DepEd Secretary, kaya actually intertwined din, no? Tumatagos yung role niya as VP and as DepEd Secretary. So I have questions, Madam Chair, dun sa confidential funds for 2023 ng Department of Education, and if the resource person would want to answer, andyan naman po yung opportunity na binubukas sa kanya ng Kamara. So Madam Chair, can we confirm from the Vice President na nag-submit ng accomplishment report sa paggamit ng DepEd confidential funds for 2023 sa Senate President at sa Speaker of the House?
Madam Vice President.
Madam Chair, the Office of the Vice President and the Department of Education have separate mandates. The roles of the Vice President and the Secretary of Education are not intertwined. And Madam Chair, I cannot speak for the Department of Education as I am not the Secretary anymore. Again, Madam Chair, hindi pala DepEd pala ito, no? O sige, tanong mo si DepEd yan.
Honorable Manuel.
Madam Chair, iba na po ang DepEd Secretary natin ngayon na hindi naman nag-request ng confidential fund. Ang nag-request po noon as the DepEd Secretary ay ang Vice President. And Madam Chair, in all agencies, lagi ini-invoke national security, pag-target dun sa mga suspected na mga grupo. So yung ganong tinake on na mandato, Madam Chair, kahit originally wala naman talaga yun sa OVP tsaka DepEd, tinake on ng resource person. Kaya ngayon hindi dapat iwasan na sagutin din yun given ang tinake on na tasks ng resource person. Kasi Madam Chair, sige kung hindi po niya sasagutin, sa accomplishment report kasi for the first quarter of 2023, nabanggit po doon na yung confidential funds ng DepEd ginamit sa counter-insurgency program, prevention of recruitment by rebel and leftist groups among students and teachers. Meron din, Madam Chair, anti-terrorism programs, including the gathering of necessary information to implement peace and order within DepEd. Pareho din ang actual outcome tsaka ang kinlaim na accomplishments, Madam Chair, for second quarter and third quarter of 2023. So, gusto nating i-present din sa committee na ito, Madam Chair, na sa mga dokumento na sinubmit din ng Commission on Audit, part po ng certification sa paggamit ng DepEd Confidential Fund ay galing sa mga military units. And Madam Chair, we have copies of those documents. Ang DepEd use of confidential funds in partnership with the 1st Infantry Division of Zamboanga del Sur, 5th Infantry Division of Isabela, 7th Infantry Division of Nueva Ecija, 9th Infantry Division of Camarines Sur. At ang mga activities nila, Madam Chair, ay mga youth leadership summits, yun po yung tawag nila doon, at mga information education campaigns. Now, can we present yung slide, Madam Chair? May pinipare po tayo as a sample sa ano yung mga pinapamahagi ng mga pamphlets sa ganitong mga di umano'y Youth Leadership Summit tsaka Information Education Campaign. Ayun, Madam Chair, ang sabi po dyan, kapag nagsuot ka lang ng flag na may nakasulat na Serve the People, di ba, Madam Chair, napakagandang pakinggan, pero para po sa DepEd, Madam Chair, ang mga nagsusuot daw ng ganon, dapat i-report sa DepEd. At bahagi po ng paggamit nila ng confidential fund ay pagpapakalat ng ganitong napaka-malicious na kaisipan, Madam Chair. And given that we already have a Supreme Court ruling na nagsasabing nakakapahamak sa buhay ng ating mga bata, mga kabataan, ang ganitong mga tipo ng propaganda, Madam Chair, it seems na para pala sa DepEd, accomplishment ang pagpapahamak ng buhay ng mga estudyante at ng mga teacher. In fact, under the now resigned DepEd Secretary, they violated their own order, Madam Chair. They have a department order number 32, series of 2019. Ang sabi doon, Madam Chair, ay bawal, and I quote, schools shall not be utilized for military purposes. This includes the conduct of anti-insurgency information activities or such other related uses that may endanger the lives of learners and school personnel. So, Madam Chair, lumala yung education crisis,
Yes,
pero
30 seconds.
yun pa ang naging paggamit ng DepEd confidential funds, Madam Chair. Next slide, Madam Chair, so we can wrap up. Ganito yung breakdown ng paggamit ng DepEd confidential funds, Madam Chair. Kung mapapansin, gumamit lang for first, second, and third quarter. Tapos, Madam Chair, bawat quarter, pare-pareho yung amounts ng paggamit, 37.5 million pesos. And this is confirmed by the audit observation memo ng COA, Madam Chair. And, Madam Chair, we take note, June, July, which falls in the second and third quarter, wala pong pasok sa mga paaralan. So yung question natin, ano yung ginawa ng DepEd at bakit magkakapareho yung rates ng paggamit ng confidential funds? So ang isa sa makikita natin dito, Madam Chair, we can't deny no, na it seems ay kaduda-duda yung ganong pinepresent ng DepEd na paggamit ng confidential funds. Yun na lang, Madam Chair. Salamat.
Madam Vice President.
Yes. Madam Chair, the invitation for this budget hearing was the budget proposal of fiscal year 2025 of the Office of the Vice President. I request that the questions, Madam Chair, be related to the subject of the budget hearing, which is the OVP 2025 budget proposal. And, Madam Chair, you will allow me this because you allowed him to speak about DepEd, which is not related to OVP. According to Kate and Ida, the former secretary of the CPP-NPA's Sub-Regional Committee 5, revealing concerning associations of Representative Raul Manuel with the NPA units in Southern Mindanao, alleging that he visited
Madam Chair, point of order.
Sitio Bolo, Barangay Daguhoy, Talingot, Davao del
Vice
Norte in
President.
2017. And his alleged connections with the CPP-NPA coupled with the recruitment activities involving Kabataan Party List. Rendell, who was missing for 11 months and
Madam
came
Chair,
home
point of
in a
order, Madam
coffin.
Chair. So,
And came home in a coffin.
yung sinasabi po ng ating Vice President ay allege. So, ang ibig sabihin niyan, marites or galing yan sa chismis.
Okay, so,
hindi natin
galing po
pwede,
ito sa
Madam
NPFL
Chair,
kapag-
ang Office of the Vice President.
Let Chair rule. So yes, we will take note of the request of our Madam Vice President. Let's stick to our topic. Okay, so with that, we shall proceed to our next member. From the majority, we have our Deputy Majority Leader, the Honorable Liana Bonilla.
Madam Chair. Sinasabi po dito ng COA na the OBP na-disallowed po ang amount of 73 million because of the non-submission of documents evidencing the success of information and or surveillance activities to support the acknowledgement receipts for payments, so on. Ibig sabihin po nito yung sinasabi po ng COA na ang purpose for which that confidential funds is intended for ay hindi po na-achieve. Diga po. So kaya po nililinaw natin ito. Dahil gusto ko nga po na bawat peso na nilalagay natin sa pondo ng gobyerno ay sigurado na nagagamit ng tama at hindi nasasayang. Pero dahil po dito sa findings sa itong ng COA, lumalabas po may nasayang na pondo. Ngayon, ginagalang po natin yung ang ating Vice Presidente na hindi sumagot sa mga katanungan kung hindi po siya komportableng sumagot. Pero gusto ko rin pong itanong na nung mag-submit po sila ng liquidation of cash advance, ano po ba ang naging sagot ng COA dito?
Madam Vice President.
I think that question is best asked, directed to the Commission on Audit, not to the Office of the Vice President. Madam Chair, this is an example of the point of order raised by the Honorable Macapagal Arroyo. The issue that the issue that you are taking up is in the budget of 2023. Now, if you want comparative, you compare 2024 and 2025. Sa 2024, wala nang confidential funds. So, hindi na siya germane sa discussion ng proposal ng 2025 budget. Yan yung pino-point of order kanina, exactly kung ano sinasabi niya.
Yes, Madam Vice President, noted, but we have already ruled on that point of order introduced earlier, which is that it was not taken and it was already explained. So please proceed, ma'am.
Madam Chair, ako po ay hindi nagtatanong po tungkol doon sa comparative. Ano po, ang gusto ko lamang pong maging malinawan po ay yung sinasabi ko po, in fact, ako po ay may isasubmit at po propose sa bill about impact institutionalizing impact evaluation, especially for the big ticket projects of the government. Kasi mahalaga po ito. Pag tayo po yung nagprepara ng budget, dapat we set a direction. And we cannot set a direction without looking back at what we have done in the past. Yun po ang aking punto dito. Hindi po ako nagko-compare. Ano po, yun lamang po ang pinupuntos ko. Anyway, Madam Chair, lumalabas po, dahil po ng may notice of disallowance, ay hindi po na-clear yung liquidation report ng Office of the Vice President, kaya po nagkaroon ng AOM and then a notice of disallowance. Ngayon, ang tanong ko po ngayon ay sa COA na. Kung sasagot po tayo ng COA, Madam Chair, kasi po, sinabi po niya kanina, nilinaw po niya kanina, nag-issue nga sila ng notice of disallowance, pero hindi nangangahulugan na may illegal o maling ginawa. Tama po baga? Ano po? Tama po, dahil ito po ay appealable pa at hindi pa ito final. Tama po?
Asko Juliano.
Apo, nung nag-issue po na notice of disallowance, ibig sabihin mo may nakitang problema yung auditor. Okay. Hindi compliant siya sa COA audit rules. But ang sinasabi po namin, hindi pa po final yung determination ng auditor kasi may level pa po yan ng appeal sa Commission proper and then sa Supreme Court.
Okay. Pero gusto
Saka,
ko
kung ma-affirm lang po yung disallowance, doon lang po masasabi na tama talaga yung evaluation ng auditor.
Pero bakit po ganito ang sinasabi sa Memorandum Circular 2015-01? Ganito po dinefine ang notice of disallowance. Joint Circular number 215.01 at 3.19 po ito. Notice of disallowance refers to a written notification to the head of agency and the accountant informing and requiring the person liable to restitute the amount of confidential fund or intelligence fund disapproved, disallowed in audit either in whole or in part as a result of illegal, irregular, or improper disbursement expenditure of such fund. Ito po ang definition ng definition ng notice of allowance. Pero notice of disallowance, nag-issue po kayo ng notice of disallowance. Ito po yung definition do sa joint circular ng notice of disallowance.
Tama naman po yung definition. Yan din po yung definition under PD 1445 or the State Audit Code. Yun po kasi yung notice of disallowance, meron po yung 180 days